I just unplugged it. So here it is, the Dreamcade replay. I have the optional hard drive bay as well. I'll be doing an unboxing video later. This video isn't really for the unboxing, but the bay just sits right on top. And then you can have the external hard drive added to it if you want. There's locking buttons on here, but I just pulled it off. A lot of ventilation along the bottom. You got the LED ring around that little opening slot there. Power, USB. This is nothing new. If you saw the previous video, HDMI, LAN, headphone jack. You do have a port for, like, if you want a laptop lock or something like that. So that's about it. LEDs at the top, and then on the side, they gave it to me with a 64 gigabyte micro SD card in it. I think just for extra room, but I could add that, or you can add a USB hard drive. You can add a thumb drive. You can use the external. You have so many expansion options on this thing. It's pretty amazing. So not much to see here. I mean, it looks exactly like all the photos do. Same with the controller, which is right here. It's the same controller you guys have been looking at. I'll show you more of the controller and things in the unboxing video to come. Let me know how my sound is, guys. No, it did not crash. I just have it unplugged right now. So here it is, and there's the controller. So now let's plug everything back in. I'm going with a keyboard, a mouse, and the fob, all of it together. I have it plugged into the internet. A lot of the features will only work if you have it plugged in the internet. So I just powered it on. Just powered it on. And it lights blue LEDs along the side, just as you saw in the photos. And you're going to see it boot up here in just a second. When it boots up, it is a Windows PC, so you'll see the Windows loading screen. And then it'll go from the Windows loading screen directly into the Dreamcade software. Why did they waste the time sending you a unit when they can send you the front end? Well, they do a lot of customization, which you're going to see in just a second. So just booting up. Did you see Mallow Pixel and what they were saying? Yeah, I mean, people are very, very polarized about this device. We could talk a little bit more about that later in the video, but you know, I've been excited for it the whole time. You guys have seen my videos about it, so that's how I feel. Supposedly, I talked to a lot of people about Kickstarters, and it's actually more common than not that these things happen, where it takes way longer than they expected. It doesn't actually end up what they exactly wanted. And I got to tell you, what I'm about to show you guys is I'm happy. I'm happy with it. So, first off, the cool little feature that I like, you do have to pair your controller. I just pressed the home button twice, and now I'm paired up. And as you see here, I can go up and down. I've already installed some games. I've also tested some other things out. You can see it says my device is ready. Okay, you shouldn't be able to see the menu right there. Should look like this. You can, so a couple things is you can turn on the music. To turn on the music, you press in your right analog stick, and then now you see this little music player as you press it in. So now you're in music player mode. So instead of RetroPie, where you have to install that script to play music, this already has a couple songs on here. You could drag the songs on your hard drive very easily. But let's just play a song really quick. So we hit that, and then to play is this button. So now we're playing music. As you see, I don't want to get a copyright, so I'll go next song, so it'll be right trigger. Then we have Come On Eileen, and then we hit right trigger. We have joystick. Hit the right trigger. Then we have She Drives Me Crazy and Talking in Your Sleep. And then I can just go ahead and pause all that right now. It's also easy to adjust the volume. It's just your analog stick up and down to adjust volume. Okay. What else? So the music thing's cool. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is just in the settings, you can change the theme like you can with the RetroPie theme. If you go down, you can change the resolution. It's on 1920 by 1080 right now, so HD. You got a theme editor where you can actually edit the themes yourself, so kind of cool. But then you also got the themes folder here. Like I can go to Alien theme, for example, Cosmic Lines, Default, Fighter. I was on Fighter before. Flat Blue, Flat Dark, Flat Gray, Flat White. So Flat White's a little, I'm not a fan of that. We also got Lightning, Starburst, and then we have the default. We'll go back to the default. This is what everybody's been seeing in the Kickstarter and in all the previous videos. So somebody asked, does it run Crysis? It should run Crysis because this is, I mean, part of the drama was that it was an APEC mini PC. It is. So it'll run Crysis at 30, 40, 50 frames per second. No problem. You even have Steam installed on here. So Steam, if you click Steam, it would just load up the big picture version of Steam, and you can stream your games, play things like that. Steam integration. As you see here, it loads up Steam, and I can use my mouse or keyboard, and I can log in, and I don't want you guys to see my password here, but there we go. Enter, connecting to Steam, and I can download games from Steam, get to my library, play anything I want. Paps, you invited me to be friends. Look at that. Okay. So let's go ahead and exit Steam. And it should take us back into Dreamcade. So this is what I really like about this software is you can control almost everything with your gamepad. So Steam, I just went in and then I went out. Now, since I have about 100 people in here now, I want to show you the coolest thing about this system right now. Just the coolest thing you're going to see in this video probably all day. You guys ready for this? Okay, so there's 3 ways to add games. I forget the third way. They do give you a little instruction manual. I'll show you that in the next video I post. But if you go over here to add new games, and this is why people were like getting all upset about this project, and I was like, and I kept defending it because of the software. Okay, add new games. Get ready for this. Get ready for this. Literally, okay, so for example, great game right here, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade, right? That's a great game. So you can use your analog stick. I'm using my analog stick to go around here. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to type in Teenage, T-E-E-N-A-G-E. I'm going to go ahead and say I just want it for the, because I'm going to find a ton of games, so let's just say I only want it for the arcade. And then I'm going to go over here to OK. And what this does is it searches the Internet Archives, right? So we want Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-player, right? So we click this. This is what we want. And it should load up here. And then we click the link, the download the game link, because it's using archive.org. And now if you look in the lower right corner, it says downloading files. And it should be ready for us in just a second. So we close this. Now when we go to arcade, look what we have, guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on our, I think we downloaded this version, right? So we can click in. And remember, I didn't put this on this image. We just downloaded this. And look at that. There's not an easier way. Some people are going to say that's too easy. There's not an easier way. I'm inserting tokens with my select. And now I'm in Ninja Turtles. Look at that. I'm using MAME emulator. Everything was done with my controller. I haven't used my keyboard and mouse for that whole install process. That whole install process, I never touched my keyboard and my mouse. Everything was done with the gamepad. So if you're sitting at your TV, and here I am playing it, guys. I'm playing this. Okay, so you can see me hitting this button. This is not a, hurry. So, there was a lot of controversy about that. Like, how are they able to do that? Blah, blah, blah. Basically, they just have a script that goes over to it does a Google query based on what I enter in. They find the right ROM file for you, and then it just puts it on the Dreamcade. It's that easy. Pretty amazing, right? So it's just like RetroPie, start and select, brings you breaks you out. I can go back, and we can add another game. Another game I already added from the downloader was Metal Slug 3. Okay, so you can see I only have Metal Slug 3 here. Let's go and get Metal Slug 5, okay? So let's go to Add New Games. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Oh, so that's the other thing, is I can stream a game, meaning I don't actually download it. I'm just playing it through the internet, through a temp file or something. The way it works is through another server. So let's just play Miss Pac-Man. So again, it's the same process, but you'll notice some different loading screens come up on my screen, initializing, loading. And now that's a typical thing for me. Now I'm streaming Miss Pac-Man. And here we go. So there's the stream function, and then there's also the download function. So pretty cool, right? I'm just playing this game. I can start select out. Let's go ahead and quit without saving. And then it should bring me back here. And remember, my next task, what I wanted to do was go get Metal Slug. Metal. Maybe I just type Metal and then I'll do Neo Geo. M-A-T-A-L. And the way the mouse works is the mouse works slow with the D-pad and it works faster with the analog stick. You might be able to adjust that as well in the Windows options. Or I didn't see it in settings, so Neo Geo, Metal, okay. And look at that, we got Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug 5. Let's try this Metal Slug 5 right here. We'll click into it. We got it. Let's go ahead and get Metal Slug 5, and then go ahead and check this out. God, wow, I thought this was just a RetroPie ripoff. Man, was I wrong. I need to go get this. Yeah. Yeah, this would be the main reason I would buy this device. That's what I've been telling people. Oh, I'm streaming games right now. I'm not on the download. I never left the stream function and went to the download function. So I'm streaming this right now, and that's why this is taking so long. So I'm actually going to cancel, because what I want to do is I want to go to Add New Game. I don't want to stream Metal Slug. I want to add Metal Slug. Okay, Metal M E T A L. Let's turn on that Neo Geo filter. And okay. Metal Slug 5. This time, instead of streaming it, it should get it. And there you go, downloading files. And you can just go throughout here, like Legend of Zelda for NES. I can go ahead and click that, get that while I'm at it, right? Might as well get some Zelda. Get that downloaded. Okay, cool. So now I should have Zelda, and I should have, in my Neo Geo, I should have Metal Slug. All right, so I'm Metal Slug 5 now. Remember earlier in the video, I did not have Metal Slug 5. You click it, should load up the software using the correct emulator. You don't have to download any emulators yet. There's a caveat there that this system only supports certain systems as of release, and it'll support more later. All right, so as you can see, I'm now playing Neo Geo. Earlier we played arcade, and we haven't played it on consoles yet, so I'll make sure to get those, show some consoles. So, playing Metal Slug 5, right? Great graphics, good stuff. I believe you can hit escape on your keyboard if you want to go into the settings of RetroArch, and then you can change your shaders, you can change all sorts of stuff, you know, your controls, things like that in here. But quit without saving. The really cool thing is that the controls here, they have a built-in controller config per system. So it's going to time me out because I haven't done anything, but let's just go ahead and change my controls here. So it says press any button to target the controller, so any button. Okay, controller selected. Now press up, okay, down, left, right, A, B, C, and D. And then we have a start button and a select button. And I'm done. And so there's a change controller for every single system. So I can go ahead and change my controls for NES. Now this is really cool because, for example, when you're playing a Super Nintendo game versus a Sega Genesis game, your A, B, and C, or A, B, X, Y is going to be different per system. So unlike RetroPie, This is going to allow you to set up your controls individually per every system, as well as up to 4 players per system as well. So remember, we downloaded Legend of Zelda on the account as well. Want to go ahead and install that, and here we are. We're in Zelda. Boom. It started us in the game. That's kind of weird. But we started. Maybe there was a save state I loaded, I think, on accident. Okay, but as you can see, I'm in Zelda. Start select out. And I'm out. So a couple of things. It will come with some games pre-installed, like casinos and slots. Those of you that did the Kickstarter, you get free slot machine games. So that's pretty cool. You get free slot machine games. There's 2 pinball games on here. There's a couple others as well. But you can see here, I'm gambling. Right? I'm making some money. We already won $10. Okay. So you have that. Okay, get out of there. You got Lucky Winner slots. The arcade games I installed. Sega 32X, those are games I installed. Retro PC, these are just emulators. Pinball comes with it. And then the other thing is media. I have installed my my Netflix, and YouTube as well. So YouTube is kind of cool. We can go ahead and go to YouTube and use YouTube through Dreamcade Replay. So there you go. We got our YouTube. You know, some Drew Talks. Boom. Dreamcade Replay live. Okay, so, and then I'm not sure, I think if you hit, you can hit start select on your button and leave YouTube and come back to the Dreamcade. And then the other thing is I did set up my Netflix as well. Should show you guys that for those of you movie streaming. So here we go. Drew P. And now I'm in Netflix. And I can still use my game controller if I want to control all of this. Okay, start select out. Should bring us back in. You got a Twitch app, you got a Hulu app, and you got an Amazon Prime Video app. What else do we have? Let me show you Nintendo 64 performance. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to drag and drop your own ROM. So let's say a lot of you out there already have a lot of the games you want, and you just want to add them to this system. I'll go ahead and show those to you. So Nintendo 64, let's play a little GoldenEye. So as you can see, with they're going to show you right here what emulator they're using. They're using Project 64 for this. You should be able to see it in just a second. You'll see it load up. So there you go. You can see GoldenEye 007U Project 64. And there you go. It should load up. And it's a full screen, 1920 by 1080 HD, Nintendo 64. Sound is good. Lag is good. You could get even better, but it's like 99% playable. Right? Okay, let's get in here. Oh, whoops, going the wrong way. This is just me with bad controls here. Alright. So there should be lag with this truck here and everything. I might not even make it past this level here. There we go. Alright, so there's lots of gunfire and this truck here is usually when you'll drop some frames. Come on, a little lower, a little lower. There we go. And usually if you die in this game, you lag a lot right when the blood drops. Man, these guys have pretty bad aim. Come on, somebody hit me here. I'm trying to die. There we go. All right. So there you go. Now I'm dead. Replay video. I mean, you're still seeing a couple of frame drops here and there, but it's not like a Raspberry Pi. This is a stock clock, by the way. The Dreamcade replay itself is, I can't hear it at all. Like the fan, I could tell the fan is on. It's on a very, very low setting. I can't even hear it at all. It's dead quiet. So that's good. Let's get out of here. Start select out. We should go back to Dreamcade replay. So something you can do is in settings, you could just go ahead and exit to Windows. And here's where you're going to see that it's just a computer with Windows on here. I've been messing with some Dreamcast emulators. That'll be a later video just because I haven't quite configured it right and the Dreamcast isn't already installed on there, so I'll mess with that a little bit more later. What I wanted to show you is that basically in order to get this all set up, you just need to... you'll notice that they already gave me an SD card, a 60 gigabyte, and they just have a ROMs folder. And basically you just drag and drop your ROMs in the folder. So, for example, I have this hard drive right here. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. So here's my ROMs. Okay, so here on the left is my Dreamcade. On the right is a 1 terabyte hard drive. Okay, here we go. Emulator, no, it's in home. Pi, RetroPie, ROMs. So let's say Atari 2600, the whole entire collection. Or actually, just do Control A. And so what's cool about this is I have this hard drive hooked up via USB. So it's gonna transfer at USB. I think I have it in the 3.0 port. I don't have it on the USB 3.0 port. But if I had it in the USB 3.0 port, this will transfer at like 20 megs per second. 20, 30, 40 megs per second. So it's that easy to just drag and drop your ROMs if you're not going to use their downloader. You would just go to the ROMs directory, and then you can go ahead and load it up. Can you play Killer Instinct for the arcade? We could try that. I don't like trying this stuff on live stream because we're gonna glitch it out. So I just transferred over Atari, and then we can go back into the Dreamcade, and then we're back to the controller at this point once you launch Dreamcade. And I put it in the paddle games directory. I think I put it in the wrong directory, but oh well. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, 2600. And then here's all our 2600 games that we just added. Right, so for example, Asteroids should just boot right up. Boom. Atari. And we're in Atari. Where do they sell these? Dreamcade. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so that's working. What did somebody say they wanted to test? Oh, Killer Instinct for arcade. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let's see if they have it in the... let's see if they even have it in the repository. All right, so Killer... All right, here it is. Killer Instinct V4 and V5 and V. Let's try all three and see if any of them load. All right, we got one. Can I go back? Back. Okay, oh man, we missed it. Okay, we can't. We have to do it each time. So Killer. Because that would be nice too, is how to figure out a way that you can download a bunch of games all at the same time. Like if I want to download all of these, so Dreamcade, if you're watching, something that would be cool is the ability to download like all of them at the same time. Okay, Killer Instinct, let's try the 1.5, and then we might as well download the 1.4 as well, just in case. All right, and then the last one is the 1.4. Because I'm not sure which game one will even run. And it might not run because these are CD files and they require that like boot file. So this might not work, guys. I don't have high hopes for this. I think you need to configure it all the way. All right, here we go. No, I don't want that. I want arcade. All right, so we got 3 Killer Instincts here. Version 1.3, version 1.5. All right, let's try 1.5. Yeah, see, didn't load. I don't think they're going to load. They're missing the other file as well. It's not that the system can't run it. It's that it's missing one of the... It needs like it needs an additional file for it to load, and I don't have that right now. I have to go get it. So it's not that it won't load. It's that we don't have the proper files. Okay. Maybe we can get like Tekken. Maybe Tekken. Tekken. Or Soul Calibur. Tekken. Tekken Special, Tekken... Oh, this is NES. We need to go to arcade. Yeah, see, I need the BIOS file. You guys know what's up. All right, let's try Tekken 3 arcade. I'm probably going to need the BIOS file for this too, aren't I? Okay, so arcade games, yeah, we're going to just cancel that for now. I'll do that in a separate video when I'm not live streaming. What else? Another console. We did NES, we did Nintendo 64. So PlayStation, it's not quite ready yet. It doesn't full screen. I need to mess with it, but it is running the ARM PSX emulator. And then I also installed Primal Rays for 32X. Let's just make sure that this works. What else? Let me just make sure I'm going over all these. Appreciate you trying, Drew. Thanks, guys. Setup, operating, controllers, music player, online community. We already showed you all that. Adding games. Okay, so there's just 3 ways to add games, which is you can search them and download them like I've showed you. You can search them and stream them. And then, or you can transfer your own titles. You can change the music, the settings, and the themes. Advanced users can exit the Dreamcade and access Windows. I guess I'm an advanced user. All right. Okay, so Sega 32X runs really good. Okay, so Sega 32X runs. There you go. You got it there. I installed some Jaguar games. I'm having a little issue with the sound on them, but I just want to show you that they run just fine. So I had Raymond. You're gonna notice my sound's really off for these Jaguar games, but they run. So those of you liking the Jaguar. LOL, PSX doesn't even work. It works, dude. It just it's not full screened right now. It doesn't look right when I stream. It plays just fine on the thing. Is that the only theme? No. You can change all the themes. They're very easy to change. Not bad for $129. Yeah, dude, it's not bad at all. I spent $100 for mine. Will it accept an external hard drive? Yes, there is an external hard drive bay, which will fit a 2.5-inch hard drive in here. You can also get a USB hard drive as well. It's that easy. Okay. Yeah, I need the CHD file for the arcade games. You're right. Just saw that you're streaming. How is the system so far? I'm really digging it. I think it's really good. Thanks, guy. Try, what did somebody say? Try Power Stone. I need to, the Dreamcast emulator does not come pre-installed on this, or at least on this version I have. They're going to incorporate that later. Where do you buy one of these? I'll have to put the link in the description after the video's over. I don't want to get it right now, but it's a Dreamcade replay, and they are for sale again. Only if you're in the United States, though. Oh my God, Elo, I love it so much. Thanks, dude. Anybody know if RetroPie can run Netflix? Yes, RetroPie can run Netflix, but it's very laggy. I don't recommend it. It's a PC. If it doesn't run N64 or Dreamcast, it's a POS. Yes, it runs both. Do you have Jaguar? Yes, I do. We're playing Jaguar right now. I'm just getting through these screens right here. What controller are you using? I am using the supplied controller that you get when you pay the $129. This is the controller you get. It's basically like a It's pretty generic, but it's like a PS3 style controller. Good thing I backed this project. Jay, thanks for stopping by. How much is the system? It's now the cheapest way is $129, but when I bought it, I was able to get it for $99 with no controllers. Drew, you got to check out N64, how smooth it is. Yeah, I just did. It's pretty good. There's 2 J's in the chat. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. All right, cool. Is this Windows or Linux? This is Windows. Okay, so as you can see, Jaguar is running. Here is Jaguar, Raymond. As I was mentioning earlier, the sound is off, and I think that's because of the emulator. But graphically, it's running really good. P. All right, cool. So Jaguar quit. And then one more Nintendo 64 game, Killer Instinct, which runs like garbage on the Raspberry Pi. Recall Box plays it pretty poorly still, not the best. So just go ahead and launch that up right here. So everyone's like, I'm going to get it. Yeah, I mean, so back to the debate of whether it's good or bad or what I like about it. At $100, what I bought it at, it was a good deal to me because the Pi is still awesome, by the way. I love the Raspberry Pi. But to get a little more power than the Raspberry Pi, personally, I would rather go this route than an Odroid. The Odroid is going to cost you just as much as this thing's going to cost you, and this thing could do way more and is way more user-friendly. For those people that were talking, that they didn't like this, again, it's what I've always said about this, which is it's not about the hardware, it's about the software. And the software, don't get me wrong, still needs some improvements. And I'll talk to the Dreamcade guys later about that. But for all the systems that run on RetroPie, this does them just as good and is more user-friendly. When you get up to like Dreamcast and PlayStation, for example, and PlayStation 2, that needs a little bit more improvement, but we'll work on that. The other thing that this could do that the Odroid and all the other ones can't do, I'm not really playing this game very well, is that you can go on YouTube, you can go on Twitch, you can go on Steam. So that stuff is really cool. So that was really the selling point to me, was that this is a streaming device on top of a retro gaming device, where the Pi was never a good streaming device. Whoever tells you the Pi is a good streaming device is on one. Okay. So as you can see, good Nintendo 64 performance. This thing is a 2.4 gigahertz compared to the Pi, which is 1.2 gigahertz. This thing has a newer and higher end GPU than the Pi has. This has 4 gigabytes of RAM. The Pi has like 1 or 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's just in a totally different ballpark. But this is the software. Somebody said, is this the only theme? No, there's a whole theme set in here. But I will acknowledge the people that were giving this product, because that was really disappointing to me as well, which was that the design of the case, it totally ended up just being a mini PC than the Dreamcade Replay. But, that was something that I think a lot of people were upset about, which is that it looks modern now. So there's Dragon, for example. So now we're in the Dragon theme. And, we go to like Arcade, for example. And we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Right? So we changed the theme out. Boom. You can go back to settings. You can change the theme. No command line needed, which is pretty cool. What else? Settings, we want to go back to our theme. You can set up your wireless network easily, set up a Bluetooth controller really easily. You can change the player orders, which is kind of nice to have. You can change where you want your files to be downloaded to when you add external storage, and whether you're using an SD card, USB hard drive, or a docked hard drive. You can do that. Exit to Windows, font size. If you're blind or you just have bad vision, or you have really good vision, any of those things, you can go up to 300%, 200%, 150%, 100%, 75, 50. So 50 is the smallest. So back to themes. Let's try flat white, or let's try grid glow. Oh, so grid glow is like a synthwave theme. So synthwave kind of theme. All right. Can you play some Steam games? I don't have any Steam games installed right now on this thing, so I can't. But if you watch ETA Prime's video on when he reviewed the APEC mini PC, it's the same computer. So it will run Steam. It will run Crysis. It will run a lot of these other systems just fine. No problem. You're not going to be able to play like Fortnite or anything like that, but you will be able to play pretty decent games. So exit to Windows. Let's see here. If we go to my computer, is it? Settings, maybe it would be in here. Display, is it in here? No. I want to go to my system. Personalization, accounts, devices, apps. System would be in here, right? System about, here we go. So 4 gigs of RAM. It's a Celeron at 2 gig. Oh, this one might not be an older one. This model might not even be the final release. But this one's a J3355. I think the new ones are going to be 2.4. So the one I have right now, this demo unit, is actually slower than the one that if you buy this you'll actually get. Okay, and then it's a regular PC as well. So if I want to go browse stuff on the internet or anything like that, I can go do it, or I can go back into Dreamcade. Is there a limit on the amount of ROMs you can download from the official? I don't think so. You can download unlimited ROMs. Add new games. Okay, load Kodi. Oh, it's 2 and 2.4 in turbo mode. Okay, so there you go. I would install DTAC games, but it would be good to stream games on this device. Yeah, totally. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I just wanted to show you those cool features. Music feature, controller compatibility, stream games, download games, pretty much play every system. You can even play computer systems. If you go over here, there's computer systems, retro PCs. And you can do Apple I, Apple II, Commodore 64, Odyssey 2, ZX Spectrum. That's all on here as well. So you can go super old school down to ZX Spectrum, and you can go up to PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, Jaguar. Some things that I would like them to add is 3DO, Dreamcast, ScumVM, PC games like MS-DOS games, PC games. It'd be really cool to get those added on there. I don't think they have that compatibility yet. But once they get that, that'd be really cool. I think what their main goal is just to get this product out to the people, start messing with it, and then hopefully shoot out updates as they go. The other thing to know is it's just like RetroPie in that you can drag and drop ROMs into the appropriate folders, and then they should work as well. So just like RetroPie, drag and drop, good to go. And I showed you that earlier in the video. This would be perfect with an arcade and a tank stick. Yeah, I'm sure the tank stick would work just fine. You can probably hook that up and it's no issue whatsoever. All right, guys, with that, thank you for tuning in. If you guys got any questions about this, let me know in the comments below. The next video coming out on this will probably be tomorrow, which will be my unboxing video of what it looks like when you get it in the box and everything else and all that. So we'll get to that soon. In the meantime, let me know if you guys got any questions. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you can on your way out. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.